For Sun Devil sophomores Steve Jones and Shane Kuiper, basketball is in their blood. Jones' dad, Steve "Snapper" Jones, was a college standout at Oregon and went on to a career with the Portland Trail Blazers. Kuiper's dad, Tom, started at ASU, leading the Sun Devils to an upset of then #1 ranked Oregon State. And both dads didn't wander too far from the bench after they finished playing.
Well, you know, Greg Elstertag was a wonderful human being, but you always wondered what he was going to give you as a basketball player. They don't wonder with Okor.
He comes out of the ACC, which is regarded all across the country as the #1 conference in basketball. So it's a good find for ASU.
It's cool to turn on the TV and see your dad. I mean, last night it was 1 o'clock in the morning in my apartment. I turned on my TV and they were doing a replay of the Washington game. And right when my dad was excited about something, I started laughing to myself.
This is his job. I got over that. When I was little, I was like, but like now, it's a normal thing.
Snapper Jones has been a color analyst on NBA games for 30 years.
Well, I think what they have learned is that if you come out and you compete, you play hard, you share the ball, you can get positive results.
Tom Kuiper enters his 5th season as an ASU radio announcer and first as a TV analyst for FSN Arizona.
ASU put up 36 shots from the three-point line. That's a lot of shooting from out there. And the coaches want these guys, and they've given them the green light to shoot as many times as they feel that they can.
Both dads have a lot to say about basketball and their sons.
He loves to get other people involved in the game, but he also can score the ball. And where he's having his difficulty right now is defining how to do that. And if he figures that out, then he's going to be a special player.
I'm extremely proud of Shane. You know, coming in as a walk-on and having to put in the same amount of hours that the scholarship guys do. I just love the way that Shane has just matured as a person.
And while it's both dads' jobs to be critical, they're not above criticism, especially in their own household.
Sometimes you can get a pretty high-pitched voice.
And that was clutch. That was to win the game.
Sometimes he says things that are like, yeah, okay, Dad, we all knew that already.
That was the hard part of this first half. ASU just not being able to put the ball into the basket.
I usually just watch to see if he'll mess up so I can just tell him afterwards, why'd you say this?
And I want to know, was that Kaiser Sose or was that George Wash that we saw in the open?
Or hopefully he'll say something really obvious like, the score will be tied and they'll be like, they need a bucket.
Both Shane and Steve are sophomores, so they have a couple of years until they have to worry about getting a job. But they found out that calling a game sometimes isn't as easy as it looks.
Jeff Pendergraph has really just been an incredible cookie monster so far for the Sun Devils this year.
Derek Glasser has great vision of the court, and George takes off. Look at him, he's sprinting already. And then watch this colossally ginormous jump.
He has great elevation right there. He's like an old Sean Kemp right there.
He really reminds me of Dwayne Wade when he elevates right here.
We were just discussing this the other day, our takeover of Fox Sports Net Arizona. Me and him we're gonna take over pretty soon, so don't get too comfortable around here.
Pull for 3, boom goes the dynamite.
I'm doing the play-by-play for San Jose State.
I'm absolutely not ready.
I'm ready.
I'm liable to break out in laughter in any second right now.